Well, hello, everybody. It is your good friend Countess. Happy April Fool's Day. It is April Fool's Day 2023. And in light of that, I thought maybe we could do sort of like a lighthearted video. I wanted to actually kind of go over the um, tarot card of the Fool. And I just wanted to kind of like walk through what the meaning of that card is, what the um, symbolism stands for, the colors, just everything that the Fool represents, guys. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to take a look real quick at um, his place in the tarot deck because he is number 0. um, and yeah, there's a lot of significance to that as well. So um, we're going to get into that. And the 2023 updated version of memoirs dropped today, guys. I was on that shit like that. I got on and yeah, thanks to Illuma, not me. I don't know how Mike, hello, he gave me the tip last night that he had spoke to Tom and said that the book would be ready today. So I hopped on that shit as soon as I woke up and ordered my copy. Should be here Wednesday. So we'll see what goodies lie in store for this update. I mean, it's just a trip to me that they updated it in November of 2022 and then just a few months later updated to, more. So I'm very curious to see what that's all about. Anyways, so yeah, guys, let's kind of take a look at the Fool and all of the Fool's trickery and naivete. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. And let me know if this is something that interests you guys. Like, if you want me to start doing videos that focus on a single card, and maybe I'll go through the whole major arcana, and we can just kind of do quick videos about what those cards mean. Let me know if that's something that you guys might want to see. But just in light of today and what it is, let's just take a look at the Fool and his place in the tarot deck. All right, so let's take a look at the Tarot Fool on this April Fool's Day. The first card in the tarot is considered to be the Fool, though in fact, the Fool is an anomaly. His place is outside and apart from the ordered tarot. The Fool represents ourselves and our progression through life. I think it's very important to note that right there. All right, so the Fool's place in the tarot. The Fool is numbered 0 in the major arcana. Many tarotists agree that the Fool is embarking on a journey that will cause him to experience all the worldly and spiritual trials and tribulations that befall men and women as they travel through their lives. He encounters the various archetypes whom he must accept as being facets of himself. And he must also pass through life stages that we must all adjust to in order to become fully rounded human beings. I.E. Waite, creator of the famous Rider-Waite tarot deck, describes the Fool as, quote, the spirit in search of experience, unquote. The Fool could be compared to a newborn baby. He is a page yet to be written upon. He has no experience and no expectations, just like the 0. He is all potential and nothing at the same time. Bam, right there, you guys. That is the dualistic nature becoming one. Solve et coagula, right? All potential, but yet he's all nothing as well. Makes him, and that makes him a whole being. Funny. So, who is the fool? The traditional meaning of the Fool card is very literal. Fortune tellers interpret it as foolishness, impulsiveness, and general bad decision making. More recently, he has been hailed as the powerful hero, the one who takes a leap of faith. However, there is far more to the Fool card than that. Let's consider the card in more detail. It would be a natural assumption to think that the Fool is headed for self-destruction as he skips toward the edge of a precipice. But what makes you think that it's a precipice? Sure, the rocks beneath his feet appear to almost hang over nothing, but maybe the drop is only a few feet, less even. What if there are bushes ready to break his fall? In other words, what appears what appears to be a huge risk to us, the outsiders, may not be a risk at all. So it could go either way, couldn't it? The dog is an important symbol in this card. Dogs have been man's companion for thousands of years. So what is the dog representing here? In some decks, the dog is trying to warn the Fool of his impending doom. But this dog is having fun, and he's not in the least bit worried that there is a huge drop in front of him. He's ready to skip alongside his master wherever he goes. This is another clue that the prospect of destruction is not in this card. Why would the Fool, with his journey of life ahead of him, choose to end it all before it starts? The Fool is carrying a stick, or maybe this is a wand or a staff. The suit of wands is connected to power, inspiration, and action, and sex. He doesn't wield it as a weapon or in self-defense. He's obviously not on a power trip of any kind. He merely uses it to carry his belongings. To him, it is nothing more than a useful tool. His worldly goods are tied up in a kerchief. There can't be much in there. There are speculations that he carries the three other symbols of the minor arcana in his kerchief, which would be a cup, a knife to represent a sword, and a coin to represent the pentacle. This may be so, but again, we don't know. I would surmise that whatever it is, the loss of those things would not cause the Fool more than a momentary pang of dismay. In his left hand, he has a white rose, the symbol of innocence and purity, which emphasizes the unsullied nature of the Fool. His clothes are bright and covered in symbols. There is much discussion about the nature and meaning of these symbols in the tarot sphere. I prefer to think that the Fool cares not a jot about what he wears and chooses his tunic just because it caught his attention. That's interesting. The distant mountains represent a mystical journey, which in fact refers to the Fools, and thus our own spiritual journey. Man has always yearned to ascend mountains where he believes he will experience a revelation, enlightenment, or a direct communication from his deity. That calls to mind, Crowley and his mountain climbing. I don't know why, but I got this image of Crowley hiking up the mountain, wanting to get communication from his deity, right? Oh, who knows? So what do all these symbols mean? In essence, the Fool is a blank sheet. He has no consciousness as we perceive it, because he has yet to become aware of himself. He has no past, he has learned no lessons, and he has no experience of anything. He represents pure energy, an extension of God or Source or all that is. He has no opinion or judgment because he has no ego. His task is to become aware, to experience, and ultimately throw off the ego to become pure once more. And then, so the Fool travels. As he travels, he meets the other 21 archetypes and experiences portrayed by the major arcana cards. So interpreting the Fool in a reading. It's important to understand that the Fool means nothing unless it is read in context with A, the querent situation, and B, the other cards in the spread. If there are other major arcana cards in the reading, then it is a good idea to refer to the table above, which I didn't include. So, yeah. Consider if the querent is resisting this life lesson or experience. Taking the querent's circumstance into account, work out if the Fool has appeared to encourage them to take a step into the unknown. For example, if the querent is thinking about making a life change, then the Fool is there to tell them to go ahead and jump. If the Fool has appeared in a past position, then it may well be indicating that the seeker already did something impulsive and unthinking and is now reaping the consequences. So when the card turns up in an advisory position in a reading, then it might simply mean that the seeker needs to lighten up, that all life is a cycle, and it would be a good idea to relax and play a while. The Fool is nothing if spontaneous. Yeah, so that is our good friend the Fool. The Fool on the Hill, right? A character in which Billy nestles his identity into the archetype of. And it's just kind of funny. And I think it's very cheeky and funny that he released the update on April Fool's Day. It is very fitting. And you look at his YouTube, I saw that he made a post, wishing everybody a happy April Fool's Day. Why would he do that if it wasn't a significant date for him? It is his day, the day of the Fool. And I said so in the comment section of his YouTube channel. I actually saw quite a few other people making comments like that as well. So I really hope that he reads them and gets a kick out of them because, we'll never get an answer, obviously, from him. But at least he knows that we all are watching him just as he watches us. Ooh, okay, I'm starting to spook myself out now. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Embrace the spirit of the day, lighten up, relax, have a wonderful, beautiful day, and enjoy yourselves. So until the next video, my friends, I will talk to you later. Bye.